For those of you who'd like to hear my series on Cliff Note prepping, I'm calling it, because I listen to a bunch of preppers and then I just take what I think's really valuable and I'm gonna share that with you. So if that's of interest to you, then hang on, here we go. Hey all, Rometown Girl here. And today I thought I would embark on a multi-part series about things related to what's going on in the world right now. For those of you that have been watching my videos for a while, you know I have anxiety and you know that I'm a bit of a prepper. I have now been vindicated. I am no longer seen as Chicken Little. And it's true, since this cocoa bug has revealed itself, it really is kind of like go time for me. All the things that I had a feeling were going to come to pass are coming to pass. One of the ways I manage my anxiety and why I think prepping appeals to me is because it allows me to have a little bit of the illusion of control. It allows me to feel like I have an idea of what I might do in any given situation. So for those of you who don't suffer from anxiety, I want to give you a little window into what I have observed in myself as far as what is setting me off and then how I do much better on the other side. You've watched me get the RV stuck in a ditch. You've watched me break down in the middle of nowhere, New Mexico with no cell service. I've encountered a bear. I've encountered a wild burro. And in all those videos, you see different levels of my anxiety. But in all cases, I can reflect back to something that happened before I ever started my RV life. And that was when I spent the winter in Big Bear. I hope it's not glaringly obvious, but I do have a very sheltered and somewhat pampered background. So I am just learning my way through these things now, which is, I think, why the appeal of being self-sufficient is so attractive to me. So there I am, wintering up on a big property in Big Bear. And the people whose home it is, they closed the main house for the winter, and I was staying in their guest apartment that was above the garage. And so they do a whole slew of things to close up their house for the winter, and one of which is they have the pest control service come. I don't know what they do, but what happened as a byproduct of that is mice came my way. So there I was one night in my little studio apartment above the garage, and the closet didn't have doors. It was just sort of a little alcove with a clothing rod, and had all my clothes. Anyway, there was a little mouse, and he poked his head up, and as soon as I saw him, I swear to God, it was like the cartoons, I involuntarily started screaming. And I didn't know what to do, as is per usual for me. And so I called the owners, and it was like 9 or 10 o'clock at night, and the owner was like, the husband, he's like, yeah, you're in the country now, Kim. He's like, go to bed, the mouse isn't gonna bother you. And I'm thinking, there's no way I am going to bed knowing that there is a mouse, a wild mouse, a few feet from me. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. And by the way, the dogs were of absolutely no value in this situation. And so I didn't know what to do. I was so upset. I thought, I guess I'm gonna get in my car and drive home to Vegas, because there's no way I can stay in here with this mouse. As is my pattern, I'm discovering, I seem to collect handymen wherever I go. And so I had just recently had a handyman come and do some things, and so I called him and I told him what was happening, and he said, I can come, but I'm gonna have to charge you, it's 10 o'clock at night. And I'm feeling like I really have no other choice. So yes, I had him come. I put the dogs in the crate, and he sort of took a broom and a few other kind of long items, and he kind of created a little channel to go from like the closet to the door, because he said the mouse will go out the same way it came in. And we turned down all the lights low and we were quiet, although he told me it might be a while because I had probably traumatized the mouse with all my screaming. And now that he's there and I'm getting a little bit more information of how you handle a mouse in your house, I was able to appreciate how cute he was. You know, he came out and he was on the little baseboards. Look, he's so cute. He kind of went his way to the door, and the setup was down on the ground level was the kitchen area and the washer, dryer, refrigerator, all that stuff. And then up 2 flights of stairs was the main living area, bathroom, and all that. So this little guy had to go down the stairs. And I'll never forget, he was so small that the way he went down the stairs was he literally ran down each side of the stair. So I survived that. And I say all that to say that flash forward to I'm boondocking in Ehrenberg. I hear this rustling one night, kind of like crinkling, and I'm like, what is that? And I get up in the middle of the night, and sure enough, there's a mouse working his way through a package of something in the kitchen. When he saw me, he like darted across the couch and down into the front and somewhere by the driver's seat. And now that I had gone through the experience of having a mouse and knowing what to do, I didn't get thrown into anxiety. I was thrown into action. So my main point being, I just do much better after I've gone through something once and I kind of understand what you're supposed to do. I do much better. And I think that's because when I do go into anxiety, I am incapable of thinking straight. You know, it's like I freeze and I can't assess the situation. I can't think straight. I don't know what to do. And so having been through something once, like if I hope I don't get stuck in another ditch, but if I did, I know I won't panic to the level that I did. And if I get stranded in the middle of nowhere, New Mexico, I know I'm not going to handle it as volatilely as I did last time because I've been through it. So to that end, this is why prepping is a passion of mine, because it gives me the opportunity to kind of pre-think a scenario, go out and get information about it, and then to the best of my ability, because you know, nothing's 100%, but at least I have an illusionary feeling that I'll know what to do. So I watch a handful of different people, so you can kind of think about my videos as the Cliff Note version. So I will put their links in each of my videos below, so if you want to go see like the real expert talk about whatever I'm sharing, you can. But if you just want sort of the Cliff Note version, I've taken what works for me and left the rest. And if it's not your cup of tea, no problem, because I'm still going to be posting plenty of videos about travel, about RV how-tos, about the dogs and cool places I came across. So I'll always let you know at the beginning so you don't have to waste your time if you don't want to.